Hello, boys and girls.
Hello, all.
Hello, all.
The bounce is back.
The bounce is very much back.
Yes.
And today, the bounce is going clubbing.
Okay.
We have a guest.
Yes, we
Why
do.
don't you introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is KJ, born and raised in Nigeria, born in Kano. I'm here for fun. I'm here to talk about stuff. Let's just have a good time
Good.
and see where this goes. Let's talk about alcohol. Let's talk about booze.
Good. These are
about
good
food.
topics.
Oh,
Yes.
for sure.
These are good
That's what we're
topics
all
for
about.
us.
KJ, what did you get
Wonderful.
up to this weekend? We always talk about our weekend before we start.
Okay, just straight up like that. Okay.
Mhm.
Yes.
So we're opening finally. It's been 3 months. We've closed WBar. We're up this Thursday. We're coming back strong. We're coming with a hammer.
Good.
We're coming back with just bring the competition, that type of mentality.
Yeah.
Make them sweat.
And so we're just very excited to be back. It's been so long. Our clients miss us. We miss our clients. It's been so long. It's good
Yeah.
to be
Why
back.
did you close?
Nice, good question. So it's something that we do every season. W is something that you can't have 12 months a year. We always want people to miss it. We always want
Yeah.
to come back with good stuff, better stuff. And we did the renovation last year. This year, we did something way better than before.
Okay.
A lot of new elements, lighting, sound. Even the food menu was upgraded a lot. And so if you want to drink, have a good time, get drunk.
Oh, don't worry. We will be there.
Okay.
Before this podcast started, I was talking to KJ about our table at W.
Oh,
like,
you want to bring that up like
yeah,
that?
yeah,
Okay.
sure.
You want to put
just
me
at
on
the
the spot?
beginning, just at the beginning, so that we don't get into a situation where maybe it's edited out. If it's at the
Oh,
beginning, then
wow.
it's clear
You're just
for
putting me
everybody
on the
to hear.
spot.
So how do you feel about having an I said table at the club, just on rotation, every week we just come with people.
First of all, why
Okay,
Every
Every-
other week,
every
every other week. I
Okay.
just say, okay, KJ, we're
That's
coming
a good
through,
start.
and
even that every other week.
excuse you.
It'll be one of the two of us.
No, seriously, we can run it. I'm telling you, we can run it. You know what always happens with clubbing, especially
me.
with babes? What happens is that 2 or 3 of you want to go out, but 2 or 3 of you won't get a table. It doesn't make sense for the amount of drinks or whatever you want to spend for it to just 2 or 3 of you. It doesn't make sense for the vibe of the night. And so what always happens is, because 2 or 3 of you want to go out, you end up maybe not going out if you can't gather the other 3 people or 4 people.
100%.
Do you see? And so this solves that problem, because if they know that I have a table, and we always move.
So you're
This is
genuinely
business that
let's
She's
go.
not
now.
joking.
Come, I'm not joking at all. I've been trying to run this with I've been thinking seriously. I told you now, I've been thinking seriously about this rotating
Okay.
table.
Is that why I was invited here?
No.
In the first place? Is that
Oh,
why?
no.
This was
You guys
after
just-
Never.
after you were meant to come before, but I'm not beneath
I don't.
that.
I doubt.
You know what I mean?
I don't believe
I'm
you.
not
I don't
beneath
know why.
that at all.
You would do something like
100%.
that. Oh, sweet.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
What did you get up to this weekend?
I went out a lot.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why,
Where did you go to?
my dear. Where didn't I go? Friday. I went to RSVP for dinner.
Mm-hmm.
And then I went to Zaza. And then I went to, I can't even say the last place I went to, because sincerely, if you say you saw me there, I'll say it's a lie. I wasn't there. I went to people who are unknown to Lagos. They don't know what's going. So even when they sent me, we are at, I had to look at it that, are we in 2009? I said, has this place not closed? Anyway, I was there. I was there. I wished I had sunglasses. I was just in the corner giving
With a
them.
cap on.
It was
by the
really
side.
it's kind of place where we went out, and the DJ had a bit that was hyping another club that he had obviously clearly previously
Are you serious?
Worked out.
No, I'm not joking.
So it was the
And
same
then
playlist.
at a point there was so little happening that the hype man performed his EP. One of the songs,
Full
I'm telling you,
7-6.
one of the songs, wonderful.
Oh.
Wonderful song. I was like, you go, boy. I'm with you. No, he performed the whole EP. And then he was like, everybody put on there. There were 3 touchlights in the audience, So honestly, it was really a travesty. But these are the things that are fun. And after we went to Jays, Jays Diner.
Jays,
So that
what's
was
up?
a highlight
Shout
of
out
the
to
night.
Jays.
We got wings. That was all. What was your weekend?
I went out on Friday.
Okay.
I went to a club in New York that has
nice.
this.
You were in New York.
You
Why didn't you
shush.
lead with that? Imagine
Thank
just
you. I'm like, I was in New
imagine
York.
leading with I went to a club.
Yeah, in New York. Okay.
So I was in New York for Goalkeepers, which is a subsidiary of the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation thing. They have this award and like networking. It was fantastic. It was
So
really, really
did
cool.
you meet Bill and Melinda?
No.
Okay, so tell us why.
Because basically, it's because I'm not important enough. That's just the summary.
Straight up.
That's
not
no.
Who
important.
said so?
Let me explain. So like everyone at goalkeepers is important. However, no, honestly, like people are doing really, really cool things, solving like big. You know, like when people are like, "Oh, what do you do?" And I was like,
Jola,
"Oh,
don't you think we're solving a big problem?
I
What
have
will
a
people do on Wednesday if we don't
Without
have this
us.
podcast? They're bored now.
I was like, oh, I have a podcast, it's doing pretty well. And I'm like, what do you do? Like, so we're working on a program to educate 8,000 kids. I'm like, hey, Jesus. And they're like, maybe it's because, this person is, then I'll go to somebody else. Like, we're working on agroscience to deal with, global warming. I'm like, God, I beg.
What am I even doing?
What am I doing here?
Knowing who you are starts with knowing where you come from. We are the now and the future. We know that we live in a world that offers us endless possibilities. We'll continue to win to create when, where, and how we want. And if they ask you how we did it, tell them we only know one way to do it. We don't wait for permission. We do it now. My name is Ayo Balogun, Wizkid, and I am made in Africa.
So this first person calls themselves Angry Creditor.
Good.
Says, that's how the person started. Good day, my lovely sisters. So my actual sister's boyfriend owes me money. I know, it's a long story. These two fools, my sister and her boyfriend, are trying me. My sister told me her boyfriend needed a loan from me, and I said, oh, no problem. He's my in-law. I have a good relationship with him. People of God, tell me why this man has failed to pay me, and it's been more than 2 months. The annoying part is I'm jobless because I'm a fresh graduate. So why is a worker taking my money and holding it for this long? This is someone I was rooting for her to marry, but now I must destroy the relationship because what if this mumu comes to borrow money from me in the future for my nieces and nephews' school fees? Anyway, how do I get the money back? Because I don't know what to do. I'm frustrated.
You must be good at collecting money from people.
First thing I'd say, the money's gone. The money is definitely not coming back. 100, no, genuinely speaking, don't even ask for the money. You won't get it back. It's been 2 months. Just bite your wound and move
But
on.
isn't that awkward? Is that her sister's boyfriend? She has to see him.
Yeah,
like,
I know. That
at-
hurts.
Like,
that is
around.
very awkward.
Also, is her sister away?
That's a good question.
She said these two fools.
Okay, sure.
Oh,
So
they
yeah.
know.
Yeah.
She's called them fools together. So her sister definitely knows.
No, I have a rule whenever someone asks me for money. So if you ask me for money and you say it's a loan, and if I was to give it to you, I know I'm giving it to you and it's not coming back. So either
Any loan.
any loan, anything. So either I say no.
But doesn't that get tough? Because like if it's a high amount, then what?
It's the same. Either I'd say no and not
Okay,
give you the
fine.
money, or I'd say no and I know the money won't come back. If it comes back, fine, thank you. But 99.99% of the time, the money will never come back.
I'm not like that too. Let me just
You will follow.
what
you
are you
will-
talking about?
Yeah.
Let me. So I prefer if you want, like, if you don't have money and you want money, I'd prefer depending on the kind of relationship we have, I prefer we have that conversation. I'm broke. Can I have some money? In which case, it's not about like a loan. But if you say to me, I'm going to pay you back on, especially if we have like, okay, maybe her and her sister's boyfriend, that's not a close relationship, but there's a lot of shame involved. You're dating my sister.
There is a lot of
Don't
shame.
you think that this is not a good person to owe money for your future?
You're actually putting me in a very, very, very difficult situation. Like, how can you ask me to choose between the Star Redler citrus and red fruits? Like, they're both amazing. I mean, think about it. What's not to love about the Star Redler citrus? The electrifying citrus mix is just everything. You know what? I've made my choice. The Radler citrus can. Are you sure? No. I mean, the Radler red fruits is just perfect. The refreshing new look and great taste. Come on, guys. This is actually very, very difficult. I don't know which one to choose. They're both amazing.
Okay, final one. This person calls themselves Jola's Eyebrows. You guys, for fuck's sake. Says, hi guys, so I have a strange problem. My husband and I have been married for about 7 years, and when we got together, we agreed to have 2 children. We had our first 3 years ago, and now that I think we're ready to have the second, he's been acting strange. At first, I thought it was because he thought children were stressful, especially because our first is still a toddler. But after applying a lot of pressure, he finally said that after being in the labor room for our first and seeing me in that much pain, he doesn't think he can do it again. I've suggested having a C-section, but he's really not interested. And he says that I have to deal with the aftermath still, and he just doesn't want that. I thought he was lying, but I recently stumbled on something that suggests he's actually considering a vasectomy. He hasn't even discussed it with me yet, so I'm guessing he hasn't made up his mind. I understand his concerns, but I really do want a second child. What do you guys think?
I think this is one of those things that is very tough to get by, especially because it's not just that he doesn't want a child. He's actually looking into, like, he's serious.
He's done.
He's
The guy
like, this is not
done.
somebody that is joking around,
Yeah.
because I feel like in a lot of couples, you have to discuss, you should get a vasectomy. Somebody that's already like,
A Nigerian man.
no, I'm checking, don't
A
worry.
Nigerian man that is like vasectomy.
I
That
feel
guy
like
is
it's very
done.
tough to bring someone, and then you don't want someone to be resentful of a child that they didn't want.
But how do you feel about adoption though?
Well, I have two things to say. One, if I always used to say, if you were to get a child, get a dog first. I genuinely, if you, no, I have a dog and I love my
Okay.
dog a lot. Before you, even if you're, married and you want to get a baby, don't get a baby unless you get a dog first. One. Two, when I become a billionaire, I'm going to have a only baby airplane where only babies fly on that plane.
And then everyone else doesn't
is
have
on-
to,
thank
yeah.
you. Because I don't like kids. I'm not a kids fan at all.
Yeah, well, you don't say.
Yeah, I know.
I would never have guessed.
Yeah.
I'm not
So-
kids fan. No,
Yeah.
the baby airline didn't give it away at all.
That's all. So I don't know. That's something that could happen. It's something that could
Yeah.
not. But yeah,
I don't feel
adopt
deeply
something I'm
attached to
open
it. Like, I always grew up, and like the things that I saw, like even from when I was young, growing up, there was never children in the matter.
Fair
So,
enough.
KJ, will you open a child friend?
Creche.
A creche.
You know what you need to
The AJ's creche.
Actually,
KJ's
let me
creche.
give you guys, since you guys are a conglomerate of hospitality,
Okay.
you need to open a clubbing creche. There are
Okay,
many,
we'll drop our children
Yes,
there.
there are many people who can't go out on a Friday night because they don't have anyone to take care of their children. And so you need to find somewhere for their children to sleep while they go out.
So what? We get the kids. It's like
You get the kids maybe like in a pram or like, yeah. But basically, they need to be asleep.
very good.
And then they can carry them home when they finish clubbing at 3 in the morning, sleeping.
And you want me, someone who
No,
someone who-
because you want to increase.
wanna put kids on a
what
plane
I'm
by
saying
themselves.
is that, no, not in the club, like
Okay.
in the creche.
I get it.
Because you want more people to come
I
to
don't
the
want.
club.
Oh, okay.
No, the kids
I
are not
see.
in the club.
Oh,
But
yeah,
the
yeah,
kids
I
are
understand.
enabling.
But I need to manage the kids.
No,
Not you
you
personally.
get
Get-
somebody
it
who
come-
like
okay,
exactly
okay,
somebody
yes.
who likes the kids.
Montessori school teachers.
Because like crash is like
Mm.
during the day, but like what if you want to have drinks or dinner? There's nobody watching the kids at that time,
Mhm.
and that's what you need.
That's true.
Yeah,
So we
see?
get more customers.
I'm
and then
Exactly.
telling you, I'm
clients,
telling you.
everyone's satisfied.
And everybody will know that
I
if
like
you go
that.
to W, you can drop your children outside
at V.
at the BQ.
You'll be like, okay, drop the children at. Someone
drop
drops
it, yeah.
V. Where are you going? I'm going to drop my child at V, then I'm going to W, and then
I'll
you and your
I'll
husband wake up. You and
consider
your
it.
husband wake up the next day. You're like, come, who's baby?
Oh wait,
Is that no? Did you pick up?
just say. I thought you said you like when you were going out on your way home, you pick up. Oh, he didn't pick up. What were we? Yeah, like I messaged you. I said my phone was on. These are so. I don't know. Maybe you have to
Maybe
think
not.
about it a little
I'll,
bit.
Maybe
consider,
not.
I'll consider.
When did you get into the hospitality business?
In Nigeria, 2019. That's when W started. So it was the first hospitality
Okay.
/ restaurant thing we've done. That was W. And then Jays came along, and then we're doing something else before December. Something.
Can you tell
fun.
us or like?
Can you hint? Is it the baby crash?
So the good thing about
It's definitely not the baby.
No,
Okay.
definitely not. No. It's something we sell drinks and food, but it's very affordable. So instead of having a cocktail at W for 8K, 7K, at the new place you can get it for 3K. So very affordable.
So it's also a restaurant.
yeah,
It's in the
yeah.
food business.
It is, but very, very. It's I don't know, very friendly. That friendly atmosphere, very
Okay.
affordable.
So more like casual dining.
Exactly. So it's like a pre-spot maybe before you go to W. You get buzzed a little bit, so you save a little bit of money, and then you go
Sure.
there.
And then you
Fine,
go there.
I'm
And it's
with-
not far as well.
Very close.
Yeah.
So how did you get into it? Where did it start from? We're going to do a club in Lagos. Because
Oh.
obviously you're born and bred, so like there would have been.
Yeah, so my history is I've changed so many businesses. I've been in the
Mm-hmm.
manufacturing business. I've sold chin and bread for a business.
Screaming. Okay.
What else? I've been in the yacht business, real estate. So we've changed so many
You've been in
things.
the yacht business.
Yachts.
I know you
it's
didn't
a
just
very
say
bougie.
that. No, I know you didn't
It's a
just say
very
that and then
bougie-
walk past.
Yeah, I think
Thinking
one
that
going
we'll
to-
just be like, oh yeah,
Oh.
all of us are selling chin.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
No, I mean,
Excuse
yeah. So
me.
we had this yacht rental thing we used to do back in Lebanon.
Okay.
It
what
was
happened
good.
there?
It was good. We did it for 3-4 years, and then we sold it, and then went I was in Ogun State for 6 years. I know
Sorry?
it's funny. Ogun State.
No, I'm aware of
Sango
the
where?
location.
That's where she's from.
Sango
I'm
Ota.
actually
I stayed in Sango Ota for 6 years.
Doing
What
what?
are you doing there?
So we had a biscuit company that did
Manufacturing.
that
sure.
manufacturing FMCG. So we did that for 6 years, and then we sold that, and then came to Lagos, which is the W spot. You guys know.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. And the funny thing is, the spot has been available all through.
Really?
And,
Nobody.
nobody was interested in.
I
in that
always
space.
wondered how W just came there because I was like, I've been driving this past this place every day for years. Like, I didn't realize it was. I thought maybe it wasn't there before.
Mhm. No, they've been building it, I think, since 2015, 16.
Sure.
And then it got done by mid 2019
And
or
no one
early.
took it.
Yeah. And it was someone sent me videos like, this is available. I'm like,
Why
I was
didn't
on the
anybody
next flight
send
here.
me videos?
God bless you.
Why wasn't I send videos? This is available. I would have said that's nice, but still,
But it was there. You just didn't see it.
yeah, nobody told me.
I'll tell you next time.
Nobody
I see
told
something,
me.
I'll tell you.
Interesting.
Okay, so you were born in Kano.
Yeah, born.
Yeah.
My dad moved to Nigeria when he was 14 years old.
Why?
He's been here. Why?
So here's
That's
the
a good
thing,
question.
because
Why?
there's a massive Lebanese community,
Yeah.
and I always have been trying to understand the history of that.
Yeah.
Like, because everyone's grandparents, because and most of the people I know in the community, Lebanese community here, are like they have Nigerian passports. It's not they didn't just come. They've been like their parents. They were in school. You get their parents were here.
True.
So I always wonder what that exodus was, or if there was there nothing? Did it just like
I
stop
think
people just started
because
migrating?
because Lebanon went through so many wars,
Mm.
it was really bad during the 40s and 50s and 60s. So people started traveling. A funny fact, there is 14 million or maybe even more Lebanese people in Brazil than in Lebanon. So Lebanon has 4 million. In Brazil, there's 14 million
That's
Lebanese
crazy.
people.
Do you
So-
have an estimate of how many are in Nigeria?
And in VI,
VI equi,
there are
mostly
about 2
VI.
million.
Do you have any
No.
estimates? Do you have an idea?
I'd probably say 100,000, 150, maybe, like all over Nigeria.
And a second question, how did it happen? All of them are concentrated in two
Food.
industries, manufacturing and hospitality.
And hospitality.
Yeah. We're very. Have you ever been to Lebanon?
I have not.
No, I think I asked you not
Mhm,
yet,
mhm.
but I'm sure your friends have.
Yes.
So
sure.
ask your friends. The answer is going to be the food is really, really good. Lebanese cuisine in general. And if you go out to party in Lebanon, they really care about what the client wants, and then they work towards that. So it starts with, how can I make your night better?
Right.
And then from there, it just moves on to you having a better experience, maybe sending you some free shots. So we're very
How come
I'm going to talk about myself.
Sorry, I've never gotten free shots in W.
Well,
mind
most people have.
you.
Most people have.
Okay.
Maybe not.
We'll
well,
see on
you
my
have it,
table.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
You have
On my
a table
we'll
now.
find out.
Yeah. Okay.
But we give a lot.
Okay.
Like, we care a lot about your experience. When I say we, I mean WBar. I don't know about other places, but I'm talking about we.
Yeah.
Okay.
So hospitality, manufacturing as well, and everything related to food.
Sure.
We're just really into details.
Okay.
From when you enter the club, from the reception all the way to when you leave. Because here, like, I'm gonna talk about this because it happens a lot. The bouncers, when you enter the club, how they harass you or how they ask you for money. This is something that we really work on at W. If you have a reservation, we respect it.
Yeah.
It's very busy. I know a lot of people say it's tough to go to W or W don't allow. This is also a subject. It's a serious one. But we get some people say W don't allow women inside. I don't know if you guys have heard that
I was going to
before.
bring that up, because they have been. Well, anyway, we'll get into it.
Yeah. So I mean, you've been to W. You've seen the crowd. If you make a reservation, I'll honor it. So we just care as much as we can. That's why.
So how did you get from Kano to Lagos? Sorry, just wondering.
Oh, so I schooled in.
Why are you laughing? This is not a question.
Yeah, no, I schooled
By
in.
trekking. I don't get.
I'm
I
wondering.
schooled in Kano till I was like 14, and then I left, went back to Lebanon. I did what was it? Mechanical engineering there for a year. But funny story, maybe not so funny. I quit school when I was 14 years old.
Completely.
Completely.
Wow.
When I was 14 years old.
You had 1 year and you were like, first of all, you went to do mechanical engineering like
In
you only
Lebanon.
have 14.
15. So it was like an institute where you go, you learn technical
Sure,
stuff.
yeah, okay.
Because I was a very, very, very bad student. I was the naughtiest student. So my dad suddenly decided to take me out of school. And my sisters and brothers used to go to school every day. And I used to go to work with my dad at 5 a.m. in the morning at the age of 13 and 14.
That's crazy.
Yeah. There you go.
What?
Yeah. So I've
How
had.
was that for you? Like,
You know,
did you?
I'm not going to lie to
Were
you.
you confused or were you like, sure,
I
fair
had no choice, but to be honest with you, that was the best thing that would have happened to me.
hindsight or like, because
No,
I'm asking
straight
like
on.
at the time,
Yeah.
were you like,
I was 13. I don't know. I didn't know what was happening. I was like, okay, don't go to school. I'm like, oh, that's amazing. I don't want to go to school. So I started to go to work with my dad.
Do you know what I think might have happened? Maybe
What?
your dad thought when he sees his siblings going to school,
you might feel somehow?
he'll be like, do you know why?
Not
Because
that you'll be happy.
my youngest brother went to a different school from us for a long time. This guy used to throw tantrums every morning. He just wanted to wear the same uniform we were wearing and go to school with us. He would cry and cry and cry. And my parents were like, yeah, in nursery school, what are you talking about? Like, dude, your school is down the road so you can come home early. He wasn't happy.
Yeah.
Until one day my dad came home and was like, okay, we're changing the school. He was so happy. He didn't sleep till the next morning.
Oh,
he was so excited. So maybe your dad thought, oh, okay,
Let me bring you
let
out.
me take him out, and then he's going to be like, I want to go back to school. He was like,
I
walk.
was like, yeah. Maybe he was like, testing it to see if I was, if I would like it or not.
So did
But
you
no.
not like working?
I loved going. I used to wake up at 4 a.m., 5 a.m.
Sorry, you were 14.
Yeah,
I don't get-
probably even 13.
What were you doing?
Yeah, that's what in the office.
I was just there. I was just there, like looking off, just making. I used to feel like I was a boss walking
Just
between.
walking around, like
Yeah.
checking on people.
But
basically, you didn't have work.
it was something that I really enjoyed, and that's why I'm good at what I do. So I
Yeah.
have that.
So what did your dad do?
entrepreneurship. He had a plastic company. He used to
Okay.
do those rice sacks. You know how you.
Okay.
Yeah, so he used to do that in Kano.
I have a plastic company.
There you go.
That's crazy.
She does,
Oh,
actually.
really? Sweet.
Yeah.
What type of plastic?
But PT.
Oh, nice.
Okay, you guys can get together later. That's not important now.
Yeah.
But so you just wake up, go to the factory.
Then you, sorry, can I just ask you, like, as 14-year-old, because this is hilarious to me, I'm just feeling, were you wearing like a shirt? Or
What is that?
Like, what were you? How are you dressing to go to work?
Did they
I
give
don't
you
even
office?
remember. Oh no! It was just.
Oh, okay, because I'm like, that would have been
just
ridiculous.
just like regular.
if you were
regular
like a
outfit.
tie.
No, come on. There was no tie.